Hello, my name is Elisa Shore. Welcome to Engage, Connect, and Motivate through Remind. This presentation is created for our ESL Colloquium, August 13th, 2020. What is Remind and why should you use it? Well, first of all, Remind is a free two-way messaging app which allows you and your students to communicate safely and quickly without using your phone number. It's also a great tool to connect with your students until they're able to use Canvas Inbox or Pronto, another messaging tool from Canvas. So especially in the first few weeks, Remind could be very useful to you in reaching out to students, connecting with them, and eventually helping them to access Canvas correctly. Remind also lets you send text messages, voice and audio files, links to Canvas and any other site, and images to individual students, small groups, or the whole class. Students and faculty like Remind because it's easy, fast, and very fun to use. Please note, students can join your class to receive Remind messages via text, email, or push notifications, or any combination of these. However, via phone, Remind will only work with US and Canadian phone numbers. Here's our agenda for today. Today you will learn how to create an account, create and name a new class, send invitations to students using your phone or computer, practice sending and receiving messages in Remind, and discover some fun, simple, and engaging activities to motivate students. Please note, we will have a Q&A session following this presentation. In this slide, I've embedded a video to the Remind Getting Started for Teachers tutorial. I also have the link to this video as well. So you might want to take a look at this after this presentation for review purposes. All right, we're ready to get started. Great. So let's create an account. Here are the steps. Number one, we will open remind.com on your computer, or you can download the free app on your phone and click sign up. You will create an account using your email address and first and last name. Then you'll need to click accept on the user agreement. Finally, you will select your role as teacher. This is the Remind website. Some of you might be using your phone, but you might want to start on your computer here. So first, let's look at the website. This is remind.com. The first thing we want to do is sign up. Here, we'll create an account. First, you'll enter your email. Now, to confirm my account, enter the 4 digits sent to my email. So let me check my email. Now, I just need to enter my first name, last name, and create a password. Now, I need to accept the user agreement. All right, next, it says, tell us about yourself. So I would need to choose my role. I am a teacher. Click here. Now, it says, once you create a class, you can invite students and parents, send announcements, and start conversations. Of course, we are not dealing with parents, but if you need to use this with your children, you would click that. So now we're going to create a class. So let's select a class name. How about ESL Level 3? And then I have to agree, I will only message people 13 and older. Then click Create. So next, I want to add my school. And then I click Save. So now I've created this class and I've called it ESL Level 3. You can see that a code was automatically generated. If I want to change this code, I can, but I think I'll probably just keep it as is. Okay, so now I need to invite students for my class. So there are 2 ways to do this. First, I can share a link. This says copy link. So I could copy this link and then I could paste it into an email for my students. Another way is we go to the class. Now, I need to add students. So another way is click this button that says Add People. This is under this tab, People. Click Add People. Now, if I want, I can send or share a link. Now you've created your class, you've given it a name, you've accepted the pre-assigned code, or you've made your own code. And now you're ready to invite students using the code from Remind, or invite them to message 81010, and then the class code, which begins with the @ sign. Let's take a look. So for today, I've created a class for us to practice called ESL Colloquium Practice. And the class code is @ESL Girl 20. So if you'd like to join that, all you need to do is go ahead and text me at 81010 and message @ESL Girl 20. Now, how do I add people to my class? Well, I click Add People over here in the upper right, and I have a couple of choices. I can add the student's name, phone, and email, and then I would click Add People. Another option is I can share this link provided. This is remind.com/join/ and then the name of the class, ESL Girl 20. I copy the link by clicking Copy Link, and then I can email that to my students. Again, if they're using a phone, they can simply text 81010 and then this @ESL Girl 20. So there are only 2 steps for them to follow. So most students are able to join very easily. There are only 2 steps, right? And downloading the app will give the students a lot more functionality. So I highly recommend they download the app. Now, if they're not going to use their phone, fine. Then they can just open remind.com and follow the steps that we went over. Now, let's look at another class that I've already taught. Here's the class list. And again, if I want to add people in that class, I click Add. Same thing, student name or email, or again, I can copy the link and email. Now let's talk about messaging the students. So let's look at messaging students. Let's send students a message to practice, right? We can select one student, a small group, or the whole class. So let's practice now. I'll send you an invitation and you accept and join my class. So go ahead and text me at 81010 and message @ESL Girl 20, or click on the link here in the slide, which is remind.com/join/ESL Girl 20. All right, so let's practice messaging. Let's select a class that I want to message, and I click Message. If I click the little pencil icon, I can write to just one student individually. For example, I might write this person's name. I write the name of a student, and let's say I want to write to Isela. I just click on her name, and then I click Continue. Maybe I want to write to just one class, so I would click the box here by that one class. Maybe I want to write a message to all the classes to save time. So I would select the classes I want to write to, and then I say Continue. Maybe I want to write to everyone, please log on to Canvas today to complete your assignment. So it's like a very high-tech nagging machine, and it works really well because they get these texts immediately. Now, if they want to translate this text, they click Translate, and I believe there are about 90 languages, and you can translate it or they can translate it, especially at lower levels. That might be helpful. Now, from the messaging box, I can upload a photo or video I'd like to share with my students. Quick example. So that's an example of how to upload my picture. I can upload a file from this little paper clip here. And then I can send this message immediately to the individual, small group, or all of the classes by clicking Send. That's the little blue button here. Now, maybe I'm not ready to send it yet, and I want to schedule it for another time. Just like we do in Canvas with announcements, we can schedule that announcement to go out at a later date. So I would click Schedule, and then I just select the date and time, and then I click Schedule. All right, so now you know how to send messages. Send students a video, something you enjoy, like cooking, dancing, watching movies, and then have students send you something similar. I had a student last semester who specialized in floral arrangements, and she sent me pictures of beautiful arrangements she had made. Another student sent me a picture of a walk that he'd gone on and really enjoyed from San Francisco. Another idea is to send a short, easy writing prompt, which you'll link to Canvas. Ask them to respond in the discussion or assignment area of Canvas if they can. And if they're not yet able, well, then you just have them respond right in Remind. So let's look at a very simple, easy example. You could modify this for, I think, really any level. Tell me something good that happened to you today. So in these challenging times, it's always good to focus on the positive. Example, my neighbor dropped off these eggs from her chickens today. My dog, Toby, is excited about what I'll cook for him. So again, when you're sending a prompt in Remind, you can make it really simple and really fun. And it's amazing when you give the students something really easy and simple, even if they're an intermediate or high level, they love to respond because it's a really low investment for them of time. Now, something a little more complex, if we want to work on Black Lives Matter movement and educate our students more about diversity. So here's a quote from James Baldwin that appeared downtown San Leandro, where I live, on a series of murals that were painted down there. So this beautiful quote says, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." I could ask my students, what does this quote mean to you? How does this quote relate to the Black Lives Matter movement? If they don't have any idea what that is, it's a great opener to start discussing that topic. Finally, write a paragraph about a time you had to face something important in your life. How did you change after facing your problem or issue? Give examples. So this is a more complex writing prompt, but you can certainly adjust it to your level. If you have a very low level, you might say, write 2 or 3 sentences introducing yourself. What's your name? Where are you from? And tell me about one hobby. So you can certainly simplify or make it even more difficult. So now let's do some practice. Many of you now have joined my class today, ESL Colloquium, and hopefully you are part of that class now. Again, if you need any help, I'll help you get on, all right? Okay, so let's try it now. So can you send me a message in Remind? Tell me something good that happened to you today in the last 24 hours. You could tell me, for example, I made pancakes this morning and they turned out great. Or maybe you took an hour walk and saw some beautiful flowers. Or maybe you finished getting your syllabus up on Canvas, if you're one of the lucky ones. Alrighty, so go ahead and send me that, and then I can use that now live to respond to you so you can see how the messaging works. All right, so now we're ready for our Q&A time. Let's go. Thank you again for joining this presentation today. And if you get stuck or need any help, you can always email me at eshore@ccsf.edu. I am no expert in Remind, but I'll do my best to find an answer for you if I don't know it myself. All right, thank you. Let's go to our Q&A.